41, huh? We're at 41. Hey, we haven't been at the studio in the last 2 weeks. We've
I
been
know.
going all around the country.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
We're all over the place. But let me tell you, you should have been here about 5 minutes ago because it was funny because I told Joe to lower the monitor and he was having a fit trying to bring the monitor down so we don't keep looking up at the monitor.
Freaking pain in the ass. Just gotta move all the shit to get it where I need it.
He's got about 52 spray cans back there and he had to move them all. Unbelievable. This is what I live with.
So now he's happy.
That's right. I'm very, very happy.
So last week we were in Garfield, New Jersey. We interviewed Chris Cerrone from Goodfellas. He played if you haven't seen it, episode 40. Check it out.
Yep. Played
Pretty
Henry.
cool.
Hendry.
How you doing, Hendry?
How you doing, Hendry?
And, we haven't been around recently, local. And so have you been doing like bingo? No.
No, I have not been doing bingo. I haven't been not doing any broccoli fests or anything like that.
Broccoli fest. Did you go to that?
No, I didn't go any broccoli fest. I didn't do anything like that. But I did watch my wife do a seminar, little seminar at the church that we go to.
You go to church?
I go to church. Yes, I'm a good Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a little thing on nutrition, which we're gonna have her in the future.
Actually, yeah, a couple of weeks we'll have her on.
We'll have her on, and
it'll be a learning video.
Other thing too, just little tidbits here. November 1st and 2nd is Bacon Fest in Easton.
Oh, God.
Get to Easton, Pennsylvania. They have Bacon Fest. It's 2 days of celebrating bacon.
Bacon. Lots of pigs.
What it's really good, though, they have a lot of beer and things like that, and they team up the bacon with the beer and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So it's pretty good.
Pairing. It's called pairing.
Oh, pairing. Yes, pairing.
The only way I go to Broccoli Fest is it was covered with cheese. It's got to be a broccoli covered in cheese fest.
Well, anyway, they're having Bacon Fest, and they're also going to have a Garlic Fest. And let me tell you, I've never had anything as good as a chocolate chip garlic cookie. It is the worst. I did have that. But that's also going to be coming up sometime in October, November. So if you want to get to Easton and see the town and have these neat little things going on, it's kind of nice.
I guess that's the way to Easton's a town to be in.
That's right.
Fest this and fest that.
Yes.
So, I guess we have a lot of catching up to do.
That we do. Yep.
Lots of stuff going on out there. And the first thing I think we're going to talk about is Charlie Kirk again. There's been a lot of videos out there now with different evidence, different angles, and different things about, conspiracy stuff. Look, you got to do your own research on this. But I was watching this one guy. Let me see what his name is. I had his name. He does a YouTube channel, and he's into ballistics along with his brother. And, I got to be honest, the first time Range Day Bro,
right.
The first time I saw the uncut video, which was terrible to see, of this Charlie Kirk thing, I had it, and I kind of know how ballistics work, because I shoot a lot, but it didn't look like it came from where this guy was sitting, from the front. Because the exit wound, if you watch the video, is
right here
on this side of his neck.
Yeah.
So, which means it would have
had to come through here. Like right this way, down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So there's conspiracies now that there might have been another shooter, that this kid didn't do it. In fact, he probably didn't even get a shot off. And now they're saying that this gun that was supposed to be so old, when they saw pictures of it, doesn't look that old. His grandfather's gun. This whole thing.
Yeah.
Now there's another YouTube channel out there. It's called Redacted. Now these guys are a little bit way out there. I think they're really interesting to listen to. But they were saying, and if everybody remembers back, I don't know, maybe a year ago, when Israel rigged up all the beepers to explode on those army.
Yeah. Yep.
But they were saying that his microphone, because his shirt puffed up, and that his microphone might have been rigged when an explosive.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
The bottom line is with that little thing here, and people were talking about his chain broke and it went over his head after he got shot. But there's a reason for that. If you ever seen ballistic gel, they call it ballistic gel, which is similar to the human body when it gets shot. Well, if you put a 5.56 or a .225 round through that, it pierces very small hole, but it creates a cavity that could be 6-8 inches big. So what they're saying is when Charlie got hit, whichever way he got hit, his body blew up just like ballistic gel would do when you pull a bullet through it. And when his body blew up, it actually broke his chain, and his shirt went up, and then it went back down, and and then he fell over. And if you watch a video now, I'll put a video up in a few seconds here, but you got to look at this video closely because it looks like a small entry wound happens here, and then you see the exit wound start to grow. And of course, they don't show it all; they blur his face out, and to make it not too graphic.
Right.
But you could see there's a slow-mo shot that you could see the skin popping out when a bullet's coming through,
Right.
and then it breaks out.
Right.
Because that exit wound was huge.
Yeah.
And if he got shot from the angle that the kid was shooting at, the exit wound would have been in the back of his head. I mean, we're talking like Kennedy stuff here, right? Same thing. They get shot from the front, they get shot from the back. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Why aren't the major networks reporting any of this? And when I say major networks,
All of them.
all of them. Fox,
I know.
CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC. I don't know. I know what you mean. I watch these things too. There was one that I saw where the guy was showing in slow motion how some people reacted right after he got shot that were standing around him.
Yeah, like nothing.
That all of us they disappeared. Like all of a sudden they didn't run over to Charlie to help him.
Right.
They all kind of he had that screen behind him, and they all kind of just ran to the back and disappeared. And there was actually a video showing one man flew over the table, and when he got on the other side where Charlie was, another man met him, and this guy takes something off the table and he hands it to this other guy, and both guys just disappear. And they're saying, "What's going on? What was that all about?"
Right.
And there was a guy that was near Charlie the whole time, and they called him Sunglass Man because they don't know what his name was, but he had a T-shirt on, long pants, dark pants, and he was constantly with Charlie. But then when that happened, he disappeared, and then all of a sudden you see him up like on a knoll as they're putting Charlie into the back of the expedition. It was an expedition. He's there with his phone way up at the top, and he's videotaping everything. Now, if he was so close to Charlie and helping him and doing, you would think that he would be involved with picking him up.
Helping him.
The other thing that they said was they noticed the expedition right after Charlie got towards the tent, or coming from the parking lot to the tent with other people with him. They noticed that SUV came right after that and backed up like they were waiting for something. So I don't know. It just I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to really know because there's no autopsy yet, right?
Well, that's the thing now. They brought that up that they didn't have an autopsy. Now, by law, if somebody's murdered,
okay,
you're supposed to have an autopsy.
Now you know a lot about guns. The bullet. Yeah. Wouldn't that bullet be on the ground?
It would be, yes. It would be to his left, down on the ground.
Down on the ground.
If the shot came from this way,
right,
it would have exited and landed somewhere on the ground. Now, why don't they have that? Why don't they match the ballistics to that bullet?
To the gun.
To the gun the kid used, and if it doesn't match, then who did the shooting?
Right. Now, here's another thing.
Jesus.
This kid was virtually in the courtroom, but virtually through a computer.
Yeah.
And they had the defense there and the prosecution there. That's the state. So what I'm trying to say is the state indicted him and has him on trial, but nothing has been said federally. They haven't actually come out and say that we're indicting him, or he hasn't been
federally charged
with anything from federal end of it.
Right.
Only the state, and that seems kind of strange, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's I think it's going to happen to be another Kennedy thing,
forever. Yeah.
Or they don't know if there's two shooters, one shooter. Yeah. From what they're feeding us right now, they're still talking about that he did it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know.
There was reports that he's cooperating and he's talking to the guy, and then I heard that he's not. He's saying he didn't do it, and he didn't.
And
do
then
this.
supposedly his friend that he was
Right.
living with disappeared. All of a sudden he took off.
I don't know. I don't know that.
And then when they were interrogating him, the FBI, he said they hired me.
Yeah,
So the
that's
FBI
right.
said, "Well, who hired you?"
Yeah, I can't tell you.
He says, "If I told you, the country will burn down." So
Wow.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I really don't. I don't think anybody really. I mean, I would say 60, 70% of the people are still thinking that he definitely did it. And I think that he did it. But all the other stuff that's coming up on YouTube and this and that and this one's conspiracy, this, that, and the other thing, I don't know.
Well, and a lot of you out there probably saw the uncut video, and if you see what the exit wound is, you can see the thing just blows out
Yeah.
on him, and that's not from a front shot. So I don't know, but
Yeah.
let me play this clip. This is again from Range Day Bro,
Yeah.
and he actually has updated them. But I have the first clip where he blurs out his face, and it kind of gives you.
And this guy, just to make this guy was in the Marines, right? The Marines or the Army or something.
Yeah. And
yeah.
his brother knows all about ballistics and all that. So let me run this real quick. Watch this, and then he's asking everybody to push this out there. So get on his page and check it out. All right, hang on.
You need to see this.
And in that video, you can see the same, what appears to be the bullet coming down, and it does line up with the actual gunshot itself.
They're not counting gang violence. Great.
So this video was created by a friend of mine who is a Marine. You'll see him here at the end. This is the angle he is showing the shot coming from, showing where Charlie was sitting, and the angle of the shot, which will correspond with this video here, which unfortunately we will blur out Charlie's face, but we will show what is necessary to prove that this was an entry and exit wound. So you'll see him circle the highlighted area right there, and you'll see the exit wound corresponding after, split second after, as it would from an entry and exit wound. So in this footage, you can clearly see that Charlie is shot from his back right, and there is blood splatter coming out of the entry wound immediately after a shot. The first arc is kind of down, as if it's just gushing out from the entry wound. And then the second shot corresponds with when his head kind of snaps forward. That fluid then flips up in relation to that motion, so you can see there's that second splatter flipping up into the air. This is something that I hadn't seen to this date. I saw this for the first time late in the evening yesterday, and I decided that this needed to be put out immediately because no one that I know of is talking about this. So big shout out to my friend who actually found this and created this video. You'll see him here in just a moment. But let's just one more time look at this shot. You see bullet comes in that circled area. You have the blood splatter go down, then up, and then immediately after, you see the exit right here with the skin being pierced, and then the exit wound emerges. And again, that is not a far distance for a bullet to travel, whatever the caliber is, whether it be 5.56, 308, 30-06. It's not even a debate at this point. It doesn't matter what caliber killed him. What matters is that the official narrative is not true. Again, whether the FBI knows or not that they're lying, but this is 100% conclusive evidence that Charlie Kirk was shot in the back of the head.
So
I mean,
look at his videos, make your own decisions.
I know. I mean, this guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
This Range Day Bro or whatever his name is. It sounds like he knows what he's talking about. He doesn't sound like he's some kind of a conspiracy theorist type of guy. There's people out there that are doing all sorts of goofy things. Did you see the one?
I know.
Did you see the one video of Barron Trump singing? He wrote a song, playing the piano and singing perfectly for Charlie Kirk. I don't think he ever. It looks AI.
It's all AI.
I know, and people are looking at this.
Yep.
And as a photographer, we worry about somebody making a picture and really manipulating it to the where it's like.
Recently, somebody made an actress with Scarlett Johansson's voice.
Right. Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah, and it looks so realistic.
Yeah.
That they could be a movie. You put all the actors out of the movies, right?
Right. Yeah.
Everybody's all upset about that,
Yeah. Well.
Maybe that's why De Niro's so mad all the time.
Yeah.
Some AI is going to replace his ass.
Yep.
Another church shooting.
Yeah, this is terrible.
I can't
Can't
believe what's
believe
going
this
on.
man drove his truck
Yeah.
right into the place. I guess got out, started shooting, and lit the place on fire.
Yeah.
Then the police came. They shot him.
They were there
And-
in 38 seconds, they said.
And yeah, well,
Incredible.
yeah, 4 people were killed.
I know. I think 1 or 2 of them were stuck in a fire in the church, right?
Yeah, it could be. I would think so. Did you see that church? You have a picture of the church?
I got just a far shot of it burning.
Yeah, burning,
I'll
yeah.
put it up while we're
Yeah.
talking. Yeah.
But that was horrible.
And this
That's
was
really-
in
Michigan,
Michigan, right?
near Detroit.
And during a Sunday service, it was a Mormon Christian,
Mormon Christian, right?
and this guy, just hated him. Thomas Jacob Sanford, 40, from Burton, Michigan,
Right.
and he was later shot dead in the police in the building's parking lot.
Yeah.
He drove the truck right through the front doors. How do you react to that?
You know, not to change it. Well, I'm staying on the same subject, but why are Christians around the world being attacked?
Targeted.
Why?
Charlie
And we
Kirk.
don't do anything about it. But if somebody, a Muslim or something like that, if we attack them, oh, it's like the world is coming to an end.
Imagine if some 40-year-old white guy drove through a Baptist church and started shooting up all these people. And,
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody screaming and yelling like they would be screaming and yelling.
Right.
I mean, Charlie Kirk got killed. His wife
Yeah.
forgave
forgive
the guy. It's unbelievable.
God, I don't know how she could. So
That's
strong to
well,
do something
she's
like that.
very,
Yeah.
religious, and I mean, but there just seems like there's a lot of Christians around the world that are getting targeted.
Being targeted. Yeah.
Whether you're a Catholic, Baptist, this, that, or the
Right.
other thing, Mormon. I mean, they're just getting why? Why is it that I don't know.
What is the second church shooting in a couple of months, right?
Yeah.
The other church shooting shot outside
Right.
in the windows.
Yep.
and
While kids were praying, and
Kids.
I know kids. I know.
I don't know what's going on. And then there was another active shooter today at one of the Army bases somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
So I don't know all the
There's
details
always something.
behind that.
It's like we're becoming numb to the whole thing because there's always something going on.
That's funny you said that because I read an article after the Charlie Kirk thing, after the girl in the subway, Irina, God love you,
Oh boy.
was killed.
Another problem.
And then Charlie Kirk. They're saying these people are looking at it like a video game because they're so numb to it.
Yeah.
You know, they see this graphic stuff all the time now, and
Yeah.
it doesn't phase anybody like it used to. And of course, back in our day, there was none of this social media. Nobody had phones
Right.
with cameras. Now you got video all over the place.
Oh, you do.
Like
Yeah.
they caught Charlie Kirk and all that.
Yeah. All these different angles and
Yeah.
things like that from people having cell phones and
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's what Candace Owens was talking about that. And she's really bent that this kid did not do it.
Right.
That he wasn't even in the school. He wasn't even there.
Oh, he was definitely on the roof.
There's all kinds of stuff.
Well, the only thing that bothers me, and I know what you're saying about Candace Owens, but the other thing that bothers me, they have that video of him walking on the roof and then climbing down.
Right.
How come there was no other people around? The thing just happened. Everybody's scattered all over the place, but there's nobody there.
You
You didn't see
anybody
anybody
run to the
running
back of the school.
or whatever. It just seemed like it was very calm.
Mm.
There's a car that went by real
Yeah.
slow. There was one person just walking. I mean, did it really happen or I don't know.
It's-
I don't know.
Well, some people said, yeah, I heard that theory too, but some people were saying that, it didn't get out to that point yet because he made the shot and then ran across the roof and
Yeah,
got
but-
down. And
When the shot happened, you saw all the people scatter. You would think they would just be scattering all over the place
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
leave because scared of getting
running
shot
to the
or
cars in the parking lot.
yeah. I just
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just I don't. I hope someday we do find out really the whole thing. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. there's so many conspiracy things there, but when even going back to the Charlie thing, when I first saw it, I don't know, man, something's not right.
Yeah.
And even my son,
Something's
he's
fishy about the whole
he's
thing.
way over on the other side. you know, he calls me yesterday, Dad, the world's gonna end tomorrow. You have canned goods,
Yeah, bottled water.
bottled water. He bought actually a Patriot.
Yeah, a box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I know
got a
what you mean.
3-month supply of Patriot
3 month,
food or
right.
something. Yeah, it's in his basement. So we're going to his house if something happens.
There you go.
At least he's got mac and cheese for us.
Yeah. Ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles. And he's got a well, so he'll have water.
Yeah.
So, but there's a bunch of stuff. Now, before we get into this last stupid thing that's going on with this government shutdown, I wanted to talk about because we mentioned Irina, that girl that got stabbed on the train.
Mm-hmm.
There was a father, and it brought a tear to my eye because he was so freaking angry, and he's a big guy too.
This is her dad?
This is another one.
Oh.
So, a North Carolina father is calling for stricter penalties for criminals. His daughter was attacked. Stephen Federico. His daughter, Logan, alleged murderer, had 19 arrests.
19 arrests. And he's walking the streets.
And he's walking the streets. He had over 24 felonies, not misdemeanors, not parking tickets. 22 felonies on his record in South Carolina before he broke into a house in Columbia where his 22-year-old woman, his daughter, they were visiting with friends. He robbed her and shot her in the chest. And this guy's walking the friggin' streets.
Yeah.
He says, I'll fight until my last breath for my daughter. He told lawmakers during his opening remarks. He was in court, and he gave opening remarks about this guy.
Yeah.
Why is he on the street?
Right.
And we got more people pushing back to keep the crime on the streets.
Oh, yeah.
And,
And it's a lot of all these Democrats. Did you see Trump sending in, not troops, he's sending in ICE into Portland?
Yeah,
Did you
finally.
see before that, did you see Portland the way it is? It's like a war zone.
I
mean, and then the mayor comes out and says, "We don't need that. We're perfectly fine here. Look, boats are going by. We're having a picnic."
Yeah, and
all
meantime,
this."
he's surrounded by Secret Service or whatever.
I know. I mean,
I have a girl that I know, and I've known her literally. Believe it, you think we were friends for a long time. We played house together. I was 6, she was 8. And we grew up in the apartments together, and we stay in contact. And she lives in Oregon.
did you have him, play?
No, no, absolutely not. To this day, she was a friend.
Yeah.
And we always kept it that way. And we still talk. Every once in a while, we'll do a Zoom call together, whatever. But she lives out there. She says it's a mess. Portland.
She lives in Portland?
No, not in Portland.
But in Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said it's unbelievable how bad it is there.
Well, that city, Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, that whole area up there is just. I had a friend, his brother, who had a very, very good job, had to go to Seattle. He gave up his job. He had a good job. He gave up his job after a year and a half. He says it's so liberal in that city. He says there's homeless all over the place, and nobody does anything about it. Nobody does anything about it. And he wound up moving. He moved down to, I think, Arizona or New Mexico, or not New Mexico, but I think Arizona.
There is a, you want to see what the real streets look like in L.A.? There's a YouTube channel. I'll give him a plug. It's called Los Angeles in the Streets. He's got about 20 some odd episodes. And all he does is drive down the street with his camera on the car. And all you see is prostitution, tents, homeless, drugs. And he goes all around. You see him go through the whole entire neighborhood. It's not like one block,
Yeah.
And so this guy really shows truly what's in the streets out there. Yeah. But I think Portland is one that we need to help. And, of course, they're fighting ICE. And then we had a shooting, right? They tried to shoot into the ICE facility and killed illegal immigrants.
Yeah, 2 of them. Oh, no, one died.
Yeah, one died.
One died, yeah.
But so think about that. How hypocritical is that?
I know.
you're shooting the people you're trying to protect.
Right.
It makes no sense. I mean, the whole freaking world's upside down.
Oh, it is. It's ridiculous.
So
In Chicago, they don't want any help or
Yeah.
anything like that. Well, this is probably going to
Now-
kill the Democrats at midterm if the Republicans bring this up and say, "Listen, you voted, you didn't want help
right,
from the Trump administration to clean up your city. I guess you like crime."
crime.
That's what you're the people. You think the people are going to vote for that, but they're not going to vote for that.
No, because and look, we know on both sides, whether it's CNN, Fox, MSN, whatever, they always look for the worst of the worst, right? But there's hundreds of thousands of people in these cities that are shaking their hands and thanking them for being there, and they're happy that they're there.
Like
and
in
then you get
Washington,
these
it's all
hired
cleared up.
hired riot people that want to just fight against this stuff.
Yeah.
And it makes absolutely no sense.
Well, it all comes down to one thing. They hate Trump. They don't want Trump to win. They don't want Trump to look good. I mean,
Well, it worked in D.C.
it did work,
That's right.
and they're in Memphis right now,
Memphis, yeah.
and that's going to work. And you want to know something? Here's the weird thing. I did some research on this on other presidents. 4 other presidents did the same thing, sending troops in. First was Grant, right after the Civil War. After Lincoln was shot, the next president that came in was a disaster.
Right.
And then Grant took over. He sent troops down into South Carolina because the Klan was getting real big.
Oh, okay.
And they actually killed a lot of the Klansmen. He sent like 2,000 or 3,000 troops down there to clear it up. Nobody said anything. Then Eisenhower sent troops to Arkansas. Arkansas, they were not. It was at the time when Eisenhower was in, so this was like 1958, 59, 60. Segregation.
Oh, right.
They were told by the government, you got to accept blacks into the schools. They weren't doing it. The governor of Arkansas said, no, I'm not doing it. He sent troops down there, and they cleaned it up, and segregation helped. It worked. Then the other one was Kennedy. Twice Kennedy did it. He sent them down to Mississippi, and he sent them down to Alabama during the whole George Wallace thing about segregation and everything. And he sent troops down there. Nobody said anything about that. Nobody even knows about that. But Trump does it. Oh, it's the end of the world. It's horrible.
Yeah, that'll never change.
No.
And no matter what he does, he's still trying to work on this Gaza thing now. He thinks there's something going on with that.
Well, hopefully, if Hamas agrees to it,
right, we're in.
This is going to be a big thing. This will be a big win for him.
Yeah.
Besides the other wars that he stopped, and this will be a big win. But the other problem is Putin and Ukraine. That is still raging.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. I hope we don't get into a war with this.
I know. So it is 5 minutes to 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. As you know, we film Tuesday, but we let it out Thursday at 6 p.m.
Yep.
At midnight tonight, we're hoping that the government does not shut down, because that's the next hurdle that
if they do shut down, it might be a day.
Well,
it's usually that. They usually figure it out or something like that.
Well, I agree to a point where, and this is going to be a 60 vote thing. So, having 53 seats in the House or the Senate isn't going to help unless we get at least 6 or 7 Democrats on our side. Now, they're actually fighting for health care for illegal immigrants as part of the
right. They're
bill.
fighting for, and supposedly I also heard they want to beef up Obamacare.
Yeah, which was a disaster.
It was half the country didn't want it. The other half didn't even know what it was.
And then they got smacked with extra
And they got
fees.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it really wasn't a great thing. It was really a disaster.
So, hopefully we don't have that problem on top of everything else that's going on.
Yeah.
We don't need.
They always do. Even if it shuts down for a day or two. I mean, I don't think it's.
Let's hope it is, right?
Yeah, well, I hope they make a deal tonight before midnight. But
yeah, they gotta.
I think they'll work something out. They will.
Yeah.
So
Good. I hope so. I mean, well, Fetterman might be on our side already.
Yeah.
He's really kind of.
Oh, I know he is. I know. It seems like he's on the fence here about what's going on, and
Yeah.
But,
So maybe we got one on our side anyway.
yeah.
But yeah, the midterms, like you mentioned, are going to be important. So
Oh, it is going to be
people out
important.
there, if you want to, you vote however you want to vote, but at least go out and vote, and hopefully, we'll see if we can hold this for a little longer.
Yeah.
Last thing I wanted to touch base on real quick is the New York
Eric
mayor
Adams.
mayor
race,
the
mayoral
whatever they
race.
call it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Too much pasta tonight.
Too much pasta. Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe.
What was that dish that we had? What was that called?
Chicken and sausage ziti.
Yeah, chicken, sausage, and ziti. It was fantastic. It had onions, tomatoes, sausage, obviously, spinach, and
wow.
it was from Pizza Joe's. We always go to Pizza Joe's.
What a
in
bevy
Nazareth.
of flavors.
But it was really, really good. It was great.
So I said from the beginning, because you had Eric Adams, you had Sliwa, and you have
Cuomo.
Right. All three running on the Republican side. One is running independent, whatever. But they're pulling votes from the Republican side by having all three run on that independent or Republican versus this Democratic guy, Mondani.
Yeah, Mondani.
Right?
What do you mean they're all running on the Republicans? Slee was the only Republican.
Yeah, the other two are independent. My point is...
Well, no, Cuomo is he? I thought Cuomo was still a Democrat. I know.
Oh, maybe he is.
I think Eric Adams said I'm going to run as an independent, but now he backed out.
So his vote,
he's not getting paid. He's not
right
raising the money.
Right.
That's the reason why he dropped out.
But the good news is he held a nice chunk of votes. So that's either got to go to Cuomo or Sliwa.
Right.
And hopefully it goes to Cuomo because Sliwa's not leading this at all.
No,
8% of the vote.
I mean, I like Sliwa, and he'd be tough on crime, and that's what New York needs, definitely. But he's not going to win. So I happen to think, even though Cuomo's to the left and he's done some things, the thing during COVID with the nursing home and all that, which is absolutely horrible, but I think he would probably be a halfway decent mayor for the city, because he's got experience.
Yeah.
I happen to like his father. I thought his father was pretty good.
Yeah.
And his brother is doing really good on News Nation. If you ever wanted to check him out, he's finally down the middle. He's not to the left or to the right, which News Nation is. But
yeah, like we try to be neutral here. However, if Sliwa drops out, then you got another chunk of votes that could go to Cuomo, which might help Mondani.
Right.
Right, because he doesn't want cops.
I just can't believe people are gonna. He says he doesn't want to make prostitution legal, but yet he's been on the record saying that he thinks it's a good idea. They shouldn't be prosecuted or anything like. I mean, think of some of the things he wants to do. He wants to abolish the police.
Yeah.
He wants, what is it? Not caretakers. What's the word? Somebody does something wrong and wants somebody to come
and help you out.
To help you out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm going to call the cops and a psychiatrist is going to show up.
That's it.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Oh,
ridiculous.
God. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
That's what we got this week so far. There's a lot more going on, but we want to stretch it too long. We don't want to be long and boring, quote unquote. But there's so much out there, guys, and we just gotta stay strong and buy some of that Patriot food, stick it in your closet, just in case.
Yeah, if anybody, I don't know if anybody heard it. I mean, this is Tuesday night, but Pete Hegseth, he addressed all the generals and colonels and.
I wouldn't give out everything.
No, I'm not going to give out everything, but he was. You ever see the movie Patton?
Yeah.
And the opening scene, that's what it was. That felt like because I was listening to it today on the radio in the car, and it sounded. I was sitting there thinking, boy, you can make a movie out of this.
Yeah, right.
He was pretty tough.
He was.
So
we want a strong military, and
he
that's
wants
all
a strong military. Yep, right? That's what he wants, and that's what we should have. We're the #1 country in the world. We should have a strong military.
I know. I don't disagree.
You know, and all these people that complain about it, and
Yeah.
you know, like he said something about fat people. I don't want fat people in the army or in the armed forces and things like that. And right away, Joy Behar said, "Why is he so obsessed with fat?"
Yeah.
He's not obsessed.
I
It's
want somebody that
ridiculous.
can be strong and run. And hey,
Yeah.
even if you are, just get in shape.
Yep.
If you can qualify, you're in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yep. That's right.
I don't think that's a problem.
Baseball playoffs started tonight.
That's right.
And the Tigers beat the Guardians, and I know your team, the Yankees, are playing Boston.
Yes, they
I
are.
don't know what the score is, or even if they started yet.
They
But
did start, and the score is 1-0 Yankees.
oh boy. Well,
So best
yeah.
out of 3 in a wild card.
yep, best out of 3 in the wild card, and the Tigers
Good
won
division.
today, 2-1, I think, over the Guardians. So
Good. So baseball playoffs are here.
baseball playoffs.
Funny
again.
how we were wearing our shirts during opening season.
That's right.
That's how fast it goes.
That's how fast it's. Yeah, that's right.
41
Opening
episodes.
season. I had the Oriole shirt, the
Yeah.
cap. You had the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
So people out there, please subscribe, like us. Really helping us out, helping the channel.
Yeah.
We're growing. Everybody we talk to can't believe how fast we're growing.
And
Stick with it.
just real quick,
Stick
just a
with it.
little shout out. I saw a friend today while we were at dinner, Scott Avery and his wife Sue, and haven't seen him in a long time, and I just want to say hi. Says he's going to look at the channel. And,
Yeah, we gave him a card. Hopefully he'll look.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, hopefully he'll
just a
look.
little shout out for
Yeah,
you.
a little shout out. Yep.
Well, shout out to everybody out there.
Yep.
And again,
Mike,
subscribe,
Dolores,
like,
hello.
subscribe, keep subscribing.
Yep.
We're doing okay. And check out last week too. Again, Chris Cerrone from Goodfellas.
Yep.
That was fun to do.
Yeah,
The ball
that
at the
was- yeah.
restaurant and
Yeah, we're going to do more of that. We're going to try
Yeah.
to get more people. I know my wife wants to come on, and she's going to talk about nutrition. I don't know when we're going to have her, but we're going to have her.
yeah. Next week we're going to have a local chef.
Yeah, who was very, very popular
Very
in the Lehigh Valley.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Lehigh Valley and you're listening to, you'll probably know who he is. But
And even if you're not, you may know who he is because
Yeah.
he's a big time chef.
yes, he is a very, very big time chef.
But all right, that's episode 41, guys. I appreciate it. I'm Joe.
And I'm Bill.
Have a good night, everybody.
See
Thanks
ya.
again.
Bye bye.
Bye.